Aesir versus Armageddon Esports. So it means you are the streamer, Ifrit bro.
Let's go, let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Indian Moba Cup series, and here we are at the Rekt Esports, powered by Vista Officials. Yes, guys, the finals, the grand finale, which we are waiting since the first day of the tournament, is right now here. Yes, guys, the ending is here, but the ending will be happy or sad for whichever team will be known at this point because it's Armageddon Esports versus Aesir. Acer, the team who is just not being here into the finals in just a win, but they managed to defeat IGN, the OG IGN, for get a slot into the finals. And Armageddon Esports, we all know about them. They are right now being the rising underdog team, having their name into the elite leaderboard as well. They are right now cooking up the whole scenario in the MOBA India community tournaments. Here we are for the grand finale. It's a BO5. In the casting deck, it's your boy STZ. First time doing casting at the Rekt Esports in Indian MOBA Cup. And with me, my fellow caster, my co-caster, none other than India's one of the greatest female caster, Zevo, is with me. Hello, Zevo. How are you? Or I should say
Um,
Zevo, just like your live stream.
no, zero is fine. Zero is fine. I just, exaggerated the row a bit to make it a little longer.
It's,
But,
it's good.
you know, very excited for the grand finale because two of the teams, Acer and Armageddon Esports, initials AE all together, AE square coming in for ourselves. Best of five. Oh, gonna be an interesting match because both the teams have had their own highlights and they have made their impressions in this tournament at least. So gonna be a lot interesting. So
Yeah.
without further ado, moving to the draft. First ban. Oh my goodness! All the one of the two best junglers getting on the ban list out.
Obviously, and we can say that which I heard from the organizers some info about the SR because I don't know them much. I heard that two of the zero limit squad, one of the Indian top squad in the rank basis, if you're gonna talk. So verified squad we can say is Stumper and Alexa, their jungler, is being here for into the Acer. So that will be helping them a lot, and obviously they went to won the match against Izuna was the key point, as I got the info for the match against IGN. They managed to take on that match easily, but right now they are here for the grand finale. Being into the grand finale, you do have some pressure into your mind that how the game gonna be happen, how the game gonna be going on, because they know that Armageddon Esports is not just a team. This is a team which is right now breaking the limits, breaking the code at each and every tournament. They're taking on the game, they're taking on the match, they're taking on the championship as well. So Indian MOBA Cup has been looking for the champion, for the crown to be wear on to one single team, and which it will be is the question. Guys, are you here or not? Because this is the grand finale, and I want you all to be in the chat to share this stream to your friends so that they can also be here and watching this game and having the fun. And also there is two Starlight giveaway being done by the Rekt
Intermission for a
Esports for
real
this
fight
final. So
is
be here
ready.
and just have the chance to get those Starlight into your hand. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like the stream, and comment
Let's
in the
make
stream
the
who's gonna
whole
win in this
world
ZO5
great
check. Will it be
again.
Armageddon Esports or will it be Acer? And with this, we'll be going again back to the drafts. And look at that, Yuzong being a targeted ban and a Kalea being there. And a Florin, the support meta, will be taken out. What do you think, Zevo, we're gonna see from the side of Ito at this point?
Oh,
Always on the
I
way.
get that.
Your
Okay,
team is
first,
picking.
just they went for the, highly mobile support. And fun fact, the voice girl out here, his Yuzhong is something to be feared of. So definitely a target ban on their side. And can't forget the whole of team, Acer, their performance in the last match has been quite extraordinary, especially voice girl on the EXP lane. So you should definitely watch out for him out. Just the one trick Yuzhong, get his Yuzhong away if you want to at least be more. If you want the game to be more
Yep.
well balanced onto your side. But yeah, the bands and the picks coming out quite the ordinary, quite the norms that we usually see in the in the current meta. But then again, a Hylos and a Sicilian paired up together, it is gonna be hard for the side of team Armageddon Esports unless they pop out the alpha, maybe because they kind of need someone to have a true to deal a true damage on to their side. So we'll see how they will go. But as of now, Badang onto the EXP side as well.
We can say that, but we can also say that Badang can go for the roam as well. It's a flex pick, but against a high loss, CC is open right now, so maybe they can go with a CC. But
Your team
okay,
is
I'm
picking.
sorry, Vivo, you're totally right. I just forgot about the Matilda being picked up. So it's for the roam. I was just getting. I mean, I was thinking that I got the info that Alexa is a jungler, but he's going for that mage pick. So I was like, what is going on? What is they are cooking up? Because we do see that Armageddon Esports doing some swap things in the roles when they are playing a finals as well. Because they are known as Capis Esports before, but right now they are being here as an new esports and they're cooking up with the new lineup. Not the new lineup, it's a Capis esports lineup, but they're cooking up with this lineup in so many more tournaments. And it's our own favorite caster Debbie's team. So I'm not biased, guys, but it's like she's my friend, so I have to say some things about
I've been
her as
waiting
well.
for
Your
too
team
long.
is
Oh, look at
banning.
that. Carry will be picked up at this point for the goal lane. That's a big pick coming out from the side of Aesir at this point because a lot of MMs are here which can take on the carry because you know that in the recent patch we do have saw that
Fireflies
Clint got
on the
buffed
Your
up,
team is
Valir
banning.
got buffed
The
up, so
lanterns
we have
wait.
already seen Clint and Valir pick into the MPL PH as well. So what thing right now being cooking up from the side of Esser is kind of being sus at this point. Let me see what will be they going for the mage. Sorry, not the mage. What will be they going for the jungle at this point because Alpha is being there with a Matilda combo being on. So Zevo, kind of, do you think that
I'm me,
Armageddon is
and I won't lose
tilting towards the
myself,
winning side?
no
What is
matter
that?
what.
What is that?
Armageddon, their
I
their
am
current
Avenger
draft, it
Looking
does look
Hard.
like a solid combo because they do have the early game heroes out there. The Matilda is there to provide the mobility around the early game, and can't forget her shield as well. But another target ban coming in, the Yin out
Is
to
that
the ban
needed?
as well. Yep.
Zevo, is that needed? I don't think
Well,
so.
actually, the yin is a certain target ban onto their side. One of the members from Team Acer are definitely Izumi out here, SBS. He just likes to use his yin a lot, so a target
Yep.
ban onto SBS here. And Moskov as well. I mean, that Moskov it counts out because against a carry, Moskov does quite well, and his late game push capability as well, and his minion clearing ability as well. So you would not want to give a mask off onto your enemies out. But as of now, Team Armageddon, they just missed out a ban onto your side. Is it a is it something that they plan? Playing mind games out there? We'll never know. But
Yep.
pick going onto the side of Team Acer out there. Oh my goodness, the classic high loss, and they got the Kacha combo coming in from their side as well, even though they have an alpha. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough for these two tanky frontliners.
I will suggest a Hayabusa at this point for SBS Izumi because he can go with that Hayabusa with the Sicilian high loss and a Getoth Kacha in the team. It will do fit beautifully with those combos, I can say. But right now, we can see the poke burst is coming off from the side of team Armageddon Esports. They're cooking for that Granger and Forza, but right now they're showing the Pyramis in the panel as well. I mean, I don't think they should go with the Pyramis. 2 support will be unnecessary for this match. But if they're going with the Pyramis, they have to deal the damage from the side of Alpha and Granger only. There will be a sustain for sure. There will be the gliding wind for sure. But with this, I mean, I'm not sure about the Armageddon's lineup, but look at that. SBS, this guy, global number 1 in, do manage to play Julian as well, but no Julian. In got banned, obviously. He's going with the Amon and the finals. We don't see this type of picks in the jungle, in tournaments, in community tournaments, in international tournaments as well. But right now, we are going to see a Amon jungler. I have not casted for Aesir. I just got some small info from the organizer's side. But I'm not sure about how SBS managed to be good with this type of jungling. But I don't think it will help him a lot in the late game as well, because look at the alpha. Matilda is also being there, so if there is a Radiant or there is Athena, Amon's power totally will be over for there. I mean, only Granger will be kind of get scared by that Amon, but a Rose Gold can also be fitted. Beautiful reply for those Amon's ult. So let's see what will happen. It's a grand finale, guys. Are you here or not? Are you excited or not? Let me know into the chats. You can write up if you are the fans of Armageddon. Just spam AE for them. If you're a fan of Acer, you can also spam AE for them. No. You can spam Acer for them. Right now, here into the land of dawn for the first game of the BO5 in the grand finale at the Rekt Esports for Indian Moba Cup Series. Here is Armageddon into the blue side and Team Acer into the red side with some weirdo jungle picks coming out from SBS Izumi. That is the Amon jungler. Let's see how he's gonna cook it up in this match. Zivo, is take over the match.
Oh, definitely. Certainly, the Amon pick quite stunned us. But, it is definitely a comfort pick coming in from the side of Team Acer out there. So, first game, they just want to go out with a bang. But definitely around the mid lane, though, there's definitely a lot of poking games coming in. And if we see the rotation, they are going on full tree onto the whole, right, the jungle, the roamer out there, and of course the mage all together, so it does not make them vulnerable, yeah. Around the early game. But as of now, Voiska against Charlie Brown is also following back up again.
Obviously, but look at that, kind of giving some hardship to that Gatotkacha at this point at a sliver of HP, revitalizing already been popped up, and it will be Gatotkacha being on to the first blood for the side of Team Armageddon Esports. They are already starting their, ventures in this whole match. They're getting the kills into their hand, the first blood, and look at that, the Hylos is also having the hardship. It's a lot of damage from the Matilda. Clearing up the jungle for the side of Team Armageddon, and look at that, Matilda is in a problem at this point. Amon securing the first blood for the side of Team Acer at this point. 1-for-1 trade. You start for both. He is post-ring with a Spear of Alpha coming from the Armageddon Esports jungler. It's the Alpha. Charlie Brown taking down a kill for his team. 2-for-1 trade. Turtle is open. The free turtle, Zivo.
Yep, certainly a free turtle, unless SBS out here does something. But he got spotted out. Oh my goodness, Charlie Brown takes the turtle, and a kill onto SPS as well. So Team Armageddon, they have been quite aggressive onto the early game, but oh, Matilda onto Voiska. Okay, does decide to get back as they do not have the early game damage from Ryota out there. I mean, a Framis, he is mostly used for the support the Nether Realm to give a second chance. So that is what a Framis is gonna be used out for, while the damage is dished out from our Charlie Brown here. So they gotta wait for him to come around so that they can go for another engage again. But oh, Charlie Brown. Oh my goodness, that was a retry battle out there for that bear creep. But still, Armageddon trying to paint the map all blue for their side. But nothing happening. But oh.
Good charger right now, again back into the action. The Gatot being into the zone. AOG will be cancelled again, but it will be using for a safer zone. Bad Face will be coming from the backside at this point. SBS is going for Hunter. Armageddon Esports, Fear of Alpha coming on in a very bad position, overextending his move. Alpha will be taken out as well as the Alt will be securing double kill for the Amon, for the SBS, for the team Aesir at this point. Rhapsody will be the reply, but not much to get any fatalities for the side of team Acer.
Certainly, Acer just managed to get their, trade back from the side of Team Armageddon Esports. They are like, even if you get ahead with the points, we are gonna be securing equal points once again, maybe one more point ahead of you, and that is what Acer is definitely delivering as of now. But mid lane out, there might be a lot of skirmishes going around. As Stumper and all of the members of, oh my goodness, that was a miss coming in from Amon right there around the turtle, going for the turtle soup. Well, definitely a fight might just erupt out there, Ash.
Been up, Glorious Pathway will be the reply, but right now it will be a victory battle winning by the Alpha. Charlie Brown going on, Fear of Alpha to the action, but AOG will be in the commanding for that Badang. He will be diminished, 1-for-1 trade coming for both these sides, but surprisingly the score is being onto the side of team Acer at this point. 5-4, they're cooking up with the Amon jungler as well. I was a bit surprised with that pick, but right now taking up the red buff with the red tree on, and Alpha will be missing it, but not much for the Alpha. He's being still with a higher goal than the Amon, we can say.
Certainly. Still though, goal lead in the hands of Team Armageddon Esports with at least 1k in their hands. Not quite.
Yep. You can see that Charlie Brown is kind of knowing that in the late game he will have the advantage. He's getting the neutral objective into his hand, so he's kind of getting the map control as well as the neutral objective. And the rotation wise, if you will talk, Team Acer is having an advantage at this point, but they're not locking it up till this point. But let's see what will happen. But here we can see the item section being up. We can see the Thunderbelt into the item section of Badang. Is a good thing. Surf Alpha will be on again. Glorious Pathway to get away from the situation. Suckling Eagle with a gliding wing coming on. AOG onto no one. It's a Natalia got retaliated at this point. But look at that. Revitalizing on. 4 members at a flavor of IT with the ult coming from the pyramids, but Tulbi Badang getting diminished at this point. Amon getting out a double kill for the Charlie Brown. Will it be a triple? Force swing being on at this point. It's a triple kill. Being a triple kill, and then you can see that what a game coming for that Alpha. He managed to take down 3 man over there, and the turtle is off. The third neutral objective for the Armageddon Esports. Again, they will be having it. They're playing literally well at this point, capitalizing whole gold as well as the kills as well as the neutral objectives into their hand. And look at that, they're getting the turrets as well. A good rotation coming from the Armageddon Esports. They're literally jeopardizing the moment at this point, and look at that. Gatot being surrounded by the jungler Charlie Brown. They will be not engaging onto him at this point. 8-6 is the score.
But oh, Ash, there might be another engage as Ryota goes for a little initiation, but will decide to go back for now. As we are talking about Team Armageddon Esports, Ito has been farming up on that Granger quite well as well, while Charlie Brown is the one taking care of the early game for their side, while Matilda is providing all the mobility that they need and all the support. So Team Acer is kind of struggling around with the Alpha and the Matilda all together, even though they have a Gatotkacha. They are just not being able to catch up on the Matilda out as well, not being able to land their perfect combo. And despite Amon being there, I don't think they have the right target for Amon to use his endless shots out there. But focus is definitely onto the bottom lane with Voicer. Oh,
Look at that force play, giving a lot of damage. It will be absolutely complete for the Granger at this point. Ito being online, and Amon will be diminished as well from the Batang. They're going for the third tier into the bot lane. They will be taking it as well. And in the meantime, we can see the Sanguine Claws capturing two people, but the whole Armageddon right now captivating, gatekeeping the whole team of Acer. Glorious pathway popped up for the safer zone, but look at that. It's overextending for the Batang. Flicker will be popped up to be into the safer zone. In the meantime, you can see the Rhapsody is being on. It will not be much for the team. They are getting the hand into the goal. Will they have the chance to get the mid lane? But look at that, the fight is breaking out again. And it will be a Death Sonata. The Sky is on, and it's a mega kill for the Granger on the Toskata. 4-man being there. They're going against the 4-man of Armageddon as well. Again, it's a Spear of Alpha. Overextension will be punished by the Alpha. It's a securing kill for him. Lord is open. Free Lord.
yep, free Lord for the side of Team Armageddon Esports out there fighting out the Madara for themselves after annihilating the whole of Team Acer as of now, having the upper hand in the match because I kind of think the Amon pick was the deal breaker. Despite the rest of the teams, though, they have the basic. They have the basic team composition, right? And I don't think Alexa is getting much of a farm. But if we talk about the Granger and his stacks, 486, almost 500 in 10-minute mark. So it is quite commendable
Yeah.
with zero deaths as well. Sicilian, though, the stacks are looking quite low for him. 133 is a bit low, but if he does farm up, if they do pop out in the later phases of the game, then they should be
They
able to
managed
get
to,
the upper end once again. But oh,
yeah,
there is.
look at that. AOG onto the Lord, overextension coming from the Gatotkacha. Look at that force swing, giving a lot of damage to the Gatotkacha. Even lightning pops up, and it will be Amon getting down over there. SBS Izumi picking that Amon right now, getting punished by the Armageddon Esports. Acer will be dismantling themselves. They have to retaliate back into the safer zone. Do you think Zevo at this point they have the chance to come back? But before that, we can see the Death Sonata and the minions getting into the inhibitor in the top section. High loss being there to get keeping those Armageddon guys, but still they are up for it. They will be engaged again with this minion wave. We're getting into the zone. Struggling Eagle will be on, and with very fast spot has been popped up, and Sanguine Claws, that is been there. High loss will be diminished. Unstoppable for the Granger, force swing, double kill for the Ito. Pyramid got down. It's a triple kill for the Ito, going for the carry, but it's a shutdown coming from the Amon. A double kill for the Amon, as well as a shutdown also, a redemption instant for the Matilda to the SBS Izumi. 4-man down for the side of Team Acer at this point. Armageddon with the chunky minions going into the base. Vivo, is this the end? Do you think Sicilian will be managed to clearing out those minions?
Oh, might certainly be the end, but Alexa does have a lot of lane clearing capability, but well, the whole of Team Acer is back, so they can definitely have a second chance at clearing, at staying around around in the first game as of now. But still, we do need 30 seconds on the clock for the Lord to spawn up yet again. So Acer, they kind of need to force out a team fight, but given their farm, it is an 8k goal difference as of now. So Team Armageddon can definitely win if a team fight breaks out. For now, they kind of need to lay low, wait for the Lord to come so that they can defend. But oh, a big resource wasted out with the Bats piece taken away from Alexa. Yeah, not looking great.
Zivo, what do you think? Ito being the problem at the situation for Acer or Izumi's Amon pick?
Oh, I think it's the whole of the team coordination from the side of Team Acer because they do have a really great composition out there, but I think the execution part is where they are lacking. And certainly around the early phases of the game, right, they kind of neglected out the carry, and her farm is quite low compared to Ito on the Granger out there. So that might also be the issue. But if they do give farm to our Jeff right here and our Alexa, then I think they can definitely go for a clapback. But I don't know, it's not looking quite possible for the side of Team Acer unless they do a full wipeout in the current moment where the Lord is approaching them.
Lord, not Lord, it's Madara, it's the infinite Tsukuyomi at this moment, getting down that inhibitor, the fight is breaking out, glorious puppet pop up, it will be a death shot for the reply, Hylos will be Janice, eliminating that on SDS will be the double kill for the Granger, going for a triple kill at this moment, let's see what happens for, the Spear of Alpha will be in the action at this point, triple kills once again, and it will be a 3-man down with the crystal being popped off for the side of team Armageddon Esports. They managed to take on the first game into their hand. The score is 1-0, leading the score in the grand finale, the BO5 being on to the hand of a great start, we can say, for the Armageddon Esports. Even though the start was well for Acer, but in the end, as I said you before, that the Alpha will be having the advantage into the late game, and they got the Paramis as well for the sustain, Badang as well. I mean, Ian ban was not needed. They could have banned something else, but Amon pick was kind of unnecessary at this point. I can say that.
Deal breaker for you? Is it with the Amon pick out there? I mean, certainly they could have gone for maybe a Hayabusa to dive onto the back line out there, right? Because Ito was definitely giving a lot of problem for their side. And despite Amon being an assassin, his target was just not hitting. Compared to a Hayabusa or another another assassin, I think Amon does have quite the low mobility onto their side. So well, as I said, it's just the first match anyway. It is a best of
Yep,
five, so
yep,
they can definitely go for a reverse sweep this time and
yep,
hopefully go for an epic comeback as well.
yep. I mean, first set is always the bait set. We all say that. So maybe this is a bait set from the side of team Acer, but a nice game from them. They literally played well. They will be coming back soon, and maybe they're gonna win. As Zevo mentioned, they can do a reverse sweep. But guys, you don't have to worry enough because we will be coming back after the short break. But you have to do small things for me. That is, hit the subscribe button, share the stream to your friends, and let them know that 2 Starlight Pass giveaway is right now going in the Rekt Esports because it's grand finale between Armageddon Esports versus Acer, and Armageddon Esports is having the lead at this point. So let's see what will happen next. Before that, we'll be taking a short break. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Love you all.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one. unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genj, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we roll back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genj, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we roll back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. This is the final you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Saturday night, and this is gonna be the finale you're gonna watch tonight. India Moba Cup, the grand finale is here, and you've been watching Armageddon Esports versus Aesir, and it is in fact AE versus Aesir, as we call about it. But it is gonna be Armageddon who has the first match taken away, and they are in a one-lane situation. This is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen, so whoever gets the 3 game here, they are going to be the crowned victors of the India Moba Cup. 20,000 diamonds on the line. This is brought to you by, specially by Rekt Esports here. This is going to be Rud's official. Along with me is going to be the beautiful Florine of the Land of Dawn. It is going to be Debbie herself. So Debbie, what do you say about this match right now?
I'm really excited, right? Because, like you mentioned, it's the grand finals, which means that this is gonna be the best one we have seen so far in this tournament. And we can see that Armageddon already gotten the first game, so definitely something that they can flex upon. So this game can be a little bit of an experiment for themselves as well. Meanwhile, for Aesir here, it is something they had to gain back. It's gonna be their redemption arc. So as we can see into the draft right now, it's actually Aesir who have the first pick, then Armageddon into the second picks, which means that they'll be having the upper hand. So the bans are true. No Sakura, no Naruto coming to play, as well as the Yin, because SVS is known for his playstyle with the Yin and the Joy on top of that. So it's a respect for them, and Armageddon, they're really doing a great job trying to focus on each one of the players for the side of Team Aesir. But what is it gonna be the ban here for the side of Aesir?
Yeah, and Devi, I actually like people who can literally demand respect for their picks. I mean, something like a Yin being banned out in the finals is something which you don't see often, but that is the caliber of the players, and this is an advantage, if you call it, for AE here, because they actually have a lot more picks left, because that's a ban just wasted. And look at that, they use Zong being banned. I mean, when have we seen that happen like before? It has been at least 2 seasons we have seen Yuzong in a full-fledged mode. But this just means that the first pick is up for AE, and they actually can pick up something which might be very fundamental for them. Let's see how they want to base this draft on. We have seen the support meta has been quite up and running. The Florines, the Matilda, the Angela as well. So we have to see who these guys are going to pick up.
and these guys are definitely leading right now. So we have to see how they are going to transition because they have the momentum. But this is a best of five series. If they lose this one, it will be a shorter comeback situation. So pressure is on them, but let's see what they pick up. The Florin, of course, has been picked up. Debbie, how do you talk about the Florin? Let's ask the
Um,
Florin herself.
I'm not really a Florian user, but okay, that's what Cindy has been calling. But let's
Better than the
see
Angela,
what.
right?
I don't really play supports, so I'm not sure. But one thing I do know is that they are, for the side of Team Acer, they are gyrating towards something of a tanky jungle if they want to go for the Florin, or it can be they're paving a path, roving a path for a Julian on top of that. But the thing is, Julian hasn't been that much of a popularity, so I do not think Acer will go for that either. And for the side of Armageddon, they do have a chance to pick. Oh no, it's gonna be Curly Brown in his Moba arc, as we call it, Moba Zozi. He will be picking out the Fredrin so very early on. I feel it's a little bit too early because for the side of
Wow.
Acer, if they play the Valir,
Yeah.
right, it's gonna be really, really good for them. But look at that. As we
Oh.
predicted, a tanky jungler into their side. This is what you usually go for when you have a Florin, because you do not really have the frontliners. So the jungle needs to be the front line. So that's definitely a good way to start the game. But for Acer, right, if they go for the Valir
Yeah.
here, it's gonna be a deal breaker. Armageddon, they might be caught
Uh-oh.
in a bad position. Oh, okay, carry instead.
Oh. I mean, they might have just dug their grave, have Ace, because picking two tanky units AE already when you don't even know what the opponents have. I mean, the mid laners is still open. The Baxia has been picked up for the anti heal. The carry is there to burst the tanks. All they need maybe is a Zushan, and it will be kind of a checkmate kind of a maneuver. They might lose the draft here because picking two tanky lane is also already might be tough. That is the reason why they might be picking up the position for themselves. Because if they don't, it might be hard. Look at that. The two of the mages, which might be troublesome for Hylos and Fedrinia, they are being hovered over. They choose the Eve, but they have to ban up the Zushinia, else it might get difficult. Debbie, what do you think?
That's actually true because they did go for the Sicilian ban instead. Maybe they think that, oh, okay, this is kind of something Armageddon would do, because they want to deny a Zeus'in pick by picking up the Eve, because into the laning phase, into the mid side, if we talked about a Zeus'in and an Eve is definitely going to be having the greater chance and the greater range on top of that. So she definitely cannot be crowd control when she's in the ultimate form. So definitely something Armageddon are understanding. And Ryota here, he's also so good onto those different kind of mazes. He's had a lot of flexibility into the mid lane, so they are utilizing it quite well. But look at that, Ito's
Hmm.
Grandeur, which was such a shredder into the previous game that we have seen. He was, surely dominant. They had to ban away, but the Hilda coming through, I do not really understand the Hilda ban. Maybe it's they're trying to give their Eve a better time, probably.
Probably, but Eve is generally better when I mean Hilda is generally better when you are having an assassin in your team. That ban
Yeah.
does make sense. But let's see what else is happening. I mean, maybe just maybe they are thinking of a squishy MM or something, which the Hilda might give problems to. Maybe the Layla,
Oh,
maybe.
nah, no, no, no. I do not want to see a Layla. No way. In no way they'll go for Layla, right? Because if Ito plays the Layla, I'm gonna quit. I'm joking. You can play it because right now, for the goal lane, no, not the goal lane, the XP lane, they pick out the true damage dealer with the HP wise as well, because this is the CC here coming into play. So this is kind of stopping out the side of Acer to pick out a tanky XP laner. But the thing is, they have a box into the jungle, right? They can go for the damage XP laner as well, but we'll never
Yeah.
know what they're gonna be going for. If they want to play it safe, they can go for the Fulvius too. Just if they play the Fulvius, that is, because Voisker, I think he's such an amazing XP laner. He can rotate so
Yeah.
well. We have seen his Khalid. We have seen
Look
his
at that.
Fulvius. It was so amazing, but look at Khalid.
Uh,
Talk about the devil
Khalid
and the
is here.
here. There we go.
The Prince of Persia has arrived, and with her, it is going to be the Vexana. I would have liked it if it was somewhat the Leomord and the Vexana. I mean, that's
Mhm.
just a cute couple, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now though, it is going to be, of course, the Khalid as well as the Vexana being picked up. And I think the Hilda was something which Voska plays a lot and dominates, so that is why the Hilda ban was there. Although it didn't make
Mm.
quite a lot of sense. But here is the draft, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of your eyes. Who do you think has the upper advantage in the draft situation? Do let us know down in the comments. Giveaways are on their mark, and so far, I think Armageddon have done well to pull themselves back out after the kind of draft they did in the first phase. The Vexana is going to create some problems, but nothing which the Moscow cannot rectify in the late game. The Eve is there to give them somewhat of a farming space as well. Now, what do you think, Debbie? Who has the upper hand in the draft situation?
I think, before the Vexana pick here, I thought it was definitely for Armageddon here, but with the Vexana being picked away by the side of Team Acer, they really outdid the draft that Armageddon are setting up for. This is my team, but I definitely favor Acer just because of the Vexana pick that they did, because Hylos and Charlie Brown onto the Fredrin. I don't think they will be having the greatest of time when they face out the Vexana, but then again we have the Eve into the mid side. Good clearance for both of the mid laners, so early game I think it's gonna be actually a 50-50 if they played their cards right.
Definitely so, and we are here at the Land of Dawn, and this is gonna be game number 2 between Acer and Armageddon Esports, as both the XP leaders are actually pretty going at it. And this is looking like a good situation because the CC. And look at that! Okay, Khalid definitely knows how to play his hero because he's just in front of the CC right there, and he's just using his second skill. He knows that CC has no CC skills. And look at that though, the Moskov being ganged by 3 people, but of course, this is just a Baxia. You do not have the burst potential to get it. Speaking of it, both the teams have a little bit less of a burst potential. Of course, the Fedrin with the Appraisal's Wrath can get an Appraiser on his damage. It will be interesting to see. After a long while, we are seeing 2 utility junglers, and we have to see which one comes on top. Meta-wise, it is the Fedrin who has a better advantage. Carry, though, in the bottom lane is being bullied by J4 and Ito himself. Khalid having a 1v1 situation, and we have to see what happens next because the Baxi is there, but so far he has been just a spectator. Can we see a first blood here, Debbie?
Oh, definitely, probably. Charlie Brown taken very low. He was taken down easily with the tons, with the Horrified coming in for the side of Vexana Alexa. So under the 2 minutes of this game, when you let your jungle fall down that easily, it means that the turtle is basically gonna be free. But no, J4, what is he doing?
Uh-oh, looks like we have our turtle and CC takes out the Florin as well. The fight still moves on as Voiska gets taken out. It was only a matter of time since the over-aggression had to pay its price, and it is gonna be Acer retreating for now, as somehow this is gonna be Armageddon Esports getting the upper hand in the first turtle fight here, and things are looking good. Armageddon Esports need to continue this momentum, and Acer needs to somehow get their way back, because this is just a best of 5 series. If you're 2-0 down, I mean, that is going to be a lot of mental pressure. And when it comes to mental pressure, you are bound to make a few more mistakes as well. So this might be the deciding game here. Who wins the grand finals? 20,000 diamonds on the line. You're watching the Indian Moba Cup, and look at that, the Moskov and the carry, both of them, I'm sure they are looking to farm their ways in. But look at that, the flooring being caught out. Glorious pathway along with CC. It is a deadly combination. You got nowhere to run, and the mobility of the CC is just unparalleled. And that is the reason we can see Stumper getting stumped out. This is quite an MS Dhoni style of a stumping. We have to see though what happens next. Debbie, what do you think? Is there a chance for Acer to keep an early game kind of a lead here after what we saw right now.
I think it's going to be really hard now because the mid priority is definitely into the hands of Armageddon as of now. Because even with the clearing that the Alexa have onto the Vexana, it hasn't been much of a priority. But look at the taunt coming through. There might be something here. Stomper taken down, but look at the dive low and order stun onto Jeff, but he might be thrown away, and the bot lane might be onto the focus for the side of Armageddon. They are going to be tanking down, taking all the gold platings onto the bot lane, meaning that Ito will be farming out quite well. 2k, 3k will be his goal. We're going to be seeing now first build already into his hands. That's the Corrosion side. And he's going for the Trinity build, both of the marksmen.
Not looking good as the turtle is gonna go to Aesir though. Baxia secures the turtle and he's gonna run away because he doesn't want another situation where the turtle fights goes in the favor of Armageddon Esports. But this is just Armageddon Esports showing some dominance here, especially in the goal lane. I mean, giving such farm to Ito is a big no-no, and both those goal laners, as I said, they want to get into the team fight as early as possible because both of those teams. Both of those goal laners are going to be very important in team fights because we have such chunky, tanky junglers in the team. Look at that. Baxia trying to come up and help his fellow teammate Voiska here because Voiska is having quite a hard time against the CC. Look at that though. This is going to be Charlie Brown running away. Look at that in the bottom lane though. This is going to be Jay using the glorious pathway, but still no kills so far. The utility junglers actually proved to be quite a kill stopper right there. Except for Stumper, of course. He just got caught off one too many times here, Debbie.
Stomper, I think he doesn't have the best mobility, but now that he have the flicker, he might be able to escape all those onslaughts that Armageddon are throwing upon him. But the thing is, it's already quite hard for him. 3 deaths down the line means that he doesn't have he is not the most tankiest so far, and their only frontliner, Voisker, hasn't been able to rotate because Saltak Ball, as I call him, Paulina, hasn't been giving him the pieces. But look at that, there might be something here.
Voisker in trouble once again. Maker coming in, avoiding the prisoner, but everybody is low in the team of Armageddon Esports. Will there be a kill is the question. Only a matter of time. Yes, J4 gets taken down, and this is going to be Aesir once again coming back into the game. I like how they are getting they are being back and forth about it. But look at that, the Carrion Moscovs exchanging turrets bottom and top. So this is a great situation here. Aesir are not giving in to the pressure. They know that they didn't have their hands good in the early game, but they are still pressuring. And let's see who the turtle goes to this time around. But look at that. There is the Vexana. There's the Moscow dumping into 4 people. But he is not going to be able to secure anything as Aesir are still going to make back. But look at that. The Baxia is troll. A turtle in front of everybody. He might be taken down. But look at Baxia stealing everything away. Izumi doing a great favor to his team right there. Turrets going left and right. But so far, the goal lead is almost negligible here because none of the teams have it better. Debbie, what do you think? How are both these teams managing the goal so easily?
I think it has to be the compensation that they are looking all over the map because they lose out the turtle, which supposedly should be into the hands of Armageddon. But even the marksman has been trading out onto the turrets, which means that they were looking about the equalization all over the map. And this is just trying to equalize onto the goals as well. But then again, Armageddon, they have most kills, more kills onto the board here, 6 kills already. Meanwhile, Aesir, they have 2 kills, so the goal is still reachable for Aesir here. They're Jeff onto the carry also farming up quite well, but the thing is, Moskov, he has much more ability to try to go into the split push potential and join the team fights as much as he can just because of the SODs. And if we focus onto the build already, actually Jeff is into the goal leader, but then again, the third build is already going to be built up, and definitely might be the Demon Hunter Sports were both of these marksmen. They have a same build pattern, but Voisker looking for a stat.
Okay. Voisker once again was in trouble, forced to use the Flecker. This is going to the Florine, using the healing as well as Voisker comes in. This is Carry picking up a kill on the Hylos, and this is going to be a fight which Aesir will like to evade now. especially after getting that one advantage. They do not want to trade it out. But slowly but surely, Acer are getting an advantage here. The Khalid making sure the Fedrin doesn't farm much. Charlie Brown, of course, is the guy that everybody regrets on the jungle. And this is just Charlie Brown trying to somehow get his team in the lead. Not so much of a good session in the jungle he has had, as Izumi has been out recruiting him at the moment. This is the Madara, although being taken low. We can see the Lord already trying to be taken, but Ito gets himself killed. The Lord falls in the hands of Acer, but this is still going to be a fight which is taken by Armageddon Esports, and they might not live to tell another day. Carry takes out Ryota. There's only going to be Swatik Paul left for Team Armageddon Esports, as this is a 4-for-1 trade, and the Lord has also been taken by Acer, so it is going to be important to see how they're going to make a comeback. For Swastik Paul, he is somehow trying to minimize the damage here. This is just about damage control. He did save the second tier turret for his team, making a comeback, but look at that. Lord is marching down mid lane. Madara is here. Can Armageddon Esports survive? The god of Naruto, as we say, talk about it. This is his 666 form. Debbie, what do you think? How many turrets can we see from Acer getting taken?
Yeah, they have taken down a lot of turrets, a fort structure taken away. But I think the position into the lower pit was actually kind of weird for Ito here. He's known to be an aggressive marksman, and he has been always aggressive on any heroes that he's been using. Even if he's on the losing side, he has been so aggressive. And I think Acer, they were able to punish him because of that. And this time around, I think the position of him, he has to be a little bit more careful, because he's going to be needing all the equipments, all the damage that he's required, so as to be the aggressor that he's known for. So Ito, I don't think he will be doing that much anytime soon, but already he got in the Demon Hunter sword, so the front line threat might be already there, but he's gonna be needing the Malefic gun as well, because another penetration in the range is something he's gonna be requiring. But the thing is, for the side of Acer, they have their carry, Jeff, onto the carry. He's still 0 deaths, which means that he's gonna be getting all the gold, but Soltak 4 might be in trouble.
Yes, a fight does break out, and it is going to be the Khalid as well as the Baxia, who is in trouble right now. They both have to survive. Vexana is there, but till what extent? Because the main damage dealer carry is nowhere to be seen, and that is the reason 2 kills have been picked up by Armageddon Esports. They are trying to get back into it, and Debbie, as you mentioned it, this is just how the draft is for Armageddon Esports.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have the Eve as well as Charlie Brown on that Fedrin, you do not have much damage, so it has to be the Moskov who is playing a pivotal role in taking Lords here or dealing damage. That is why he was in front, and that is why he got taken out in that Lord fight. But for now, things are looking good. Stumper gets taken away once again, and this is looking like a nightmare as one after the other teams are falling. This is going to be Acer in a bad situation. Baxia just getting CC'd out of his mind, loses his life. A presence rat comes in. Voiska, there you go. You have to go home. And it is all up to carry. Jeff has to defend it all. Look at that go. Hato gets taken away. Jeff using supreme control onto that second skill of the carry. And that is the reason that carry can defend it. Not just defend it, he gets a kill on Ito, which is very important. Look at that though. The Lord, I mean, this is going to take a while for Armageddon Esports to take that Lord down, but they will eventually get it. But this is the situation here. Without the Moskov, Armageddon Esports are going to have a tough fight situation. Debbie, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely that has to be it. But Ito right now, I think he's gotten the Malefic gun like we mentioned, and he's gonna be having the extra range and extra penetration right there. But that's also another case for the carrier. He's already got 2k gold lead onto Ito as well. Not really the 2k, but he's gotten the Magic Blades, so the shield is definitely gonna be there. But the thing is, Magic Blade, it's good and all against bursty heroes, but this is not a bursty mage that Armageddon have. They have an Eve who deals continuous amount of damage, and look at that, he's already gotten the Ice Queen 1, which means the slowdown is definitely going to be there. But the thing is, they have Stumper onto the Florin. If he positions himself right and goes into the backlines and does with the boom, but look at that, trouble. Okay, he's gonna be
I
hit.
think for
He's gonna be.
Acer, this is gonna be Stumper and Wesker who need to play it out better, because they are being caught out a lot too many times here. Look at that, the base turrets, two of the inhibitors already taken down. Wesker, again a bad situation, slow result is gonna come in. Eternal Guard comes in as well. This is gonna be Eve zoning out, and Moskov, Ito gets taken away once again. This is gonna be Izumi who has to run away though. The carry is there, but she will run back because definitely the base is needed to be protected more than that. Look at that, Wesker will have the kill on Ryota. And this is looking like a back and forth situation. Acer are in the driving seat right now though. Here's gonna be Baxia, who is gonna be on the cleanup mission. Who's on the cleanup? This is Charlie Brown. He is trying to survive. There's J4 there who can give some support, and Charlie Brown will survive for living another day. But Acer is right back into the fight situation. The carry is there, so they will not dare take a fight right now, especially without Ito, the Moscow. And this is the situation here, Debbie. How does Ito save himself with the range disadvantage he has as well?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be needing the win of nature anytime now, and if he wants to be as aggressive that as Jeff is gonna be, he have to build out the win of nature first and try to bait out Jeff's win of nature again, and only then he will be able to do that. But the thing is, the butt of the Florian is already given to Jeff, which means
Yeah,
that he's gonna be having the extra damage, the extra HPs, and the heal too on top of that. So definitely a good start. But right now, the thing that Armageddon, what they can do here, oh, Ryota might be in trouble, but he has to walk away. He
yeah,
does not have the flicker just yet, so he cannot risk any of us staying. But the thing is, if you focus on the map and the minions on the top lane, Armageddon, they
they
have
are
the
coming.
minions advantage, and
Yeah.
they have to send the carry down onto to try to take it to try to clear out. But if they don't clear this out, it's gonna be a
They're
huge problem
not.
for them because the lore is
Okay,
already up.
so
And
Vexana.
Vexana, yeah, they send out the Vexana, so understandable. But for
Yeah.
Armageddon, they can melt the sword.
Yeah, and talking about melting though, it might be Carry who can do something about it. Not if Ryota is there and Adam being popped out. Charlie Brown though is in a bad situation of his own because he's so low. Carry takes out Toxic Pole, and this is gonna be Moscow. Wind of Nature use doesn't matter. You got a Vexana and Carry with the true hits as well. True damage will not be blocked. It is gonna be Charlie Brown running for the house. Charlie Brown will survive. He will, but the Lord is there for the taking. The Izumi though is out, so this is going to be a situation where Charlie Brown needs to be taken down. Else, it will be a risky Lord fight. Look at that, Charlie Brown is still there, alive, and he will try to rescue his way. Yeah, and look at that, the minions are being cleared by Florian right here. Oh my god, this is risky business all around. Look at that though, the Lord is so low. And look at that, Carry is there, Eternal Guard is there, Unstoppable Charlie Brown finally been taken. And this does mean that Acer are finally gonna secure the Lord. So much of issues being thrown. This was the Florine who was trying to defend the base, and then Baxia comes in and tries to defend as well. Of course, both of those heroes have phenomenal wave here. You know that, right, Debbie?
Yep. I think Armageddon, if they had played the cards right, they would be able. They were supposedly winning the Lord there, but Alexa with the perfect positioning and the bloom that healed them right there into the Lord pit was able to turn the tides around. So definitely Armageddon has to
Yeah.
look towards it. And the thing is, the chance for Armageddon is still there because this is not an evolved form Lord. They have 3 turrets still standing. Meanwhile, for the side of Team Acer here, they have all their turrets rolling down. So definitely something that Armageddon can use it to their full potential as well. But but look at that, the position of Ito here. He's trying to do the split potential, but okay, a fight might be breaking up.
Uh-oh, this is looking like a situation where both the teams
Oh.
are not gonna come whatsoever. But if the carry is there, then it is a different situation because every time in every team fight, this has just been the carry who has been dominating. And look at that though, Moskov is there with the SOD, but monster kill coming out from carry. This might be a situation where the decision is made. This is gonna be Izumi who's gonna fall. Ito is there, still alive. Carry gets taken away, which means a big situation for Armageddon Esports to make it alive. Wesker is gonna be next on the chopping block. It is gonna be just the Florine and the Vexana, Alexa and Stumper to do the defending duties here. 4 members strong. Armageddon Esports are marching down with Ito. They can just end it right here. Debbie, is this the end?
They can probably end it because this is Moscow we are talking about with the hero god being popped. Oh, look at the
Crimson coming in.
damage coming in. That's gonna be the base wide open taken down. Armageddon take the second game yet again with sheer calculative move. And I think Roach, it was the last play that Ito made right
Wow.
there under the top lane. He was able to clear out the minions and was
Yeah.
able to drag the teams of Aesir back to the base. And that means that they have man advantage, and he hit the HOD into the perfect member, and he joined the team fight right there, and it was a position that he has to be, good in. And
Yeah.
it was, kind of a micro plays that he also did have. But one thing I'm sure is that Soltak Paul onto the CC have 30% damage onto the CC. He was the one, even his team was holding down, he was the one taking all the kills.
Yeah.
And even into the lane, he was winning out. Especially, this is a CC. Of course, he's going to be winning out against the lane on anyone. So he was using to this full potential. And with the vengeance that he had brought, carry Jeff here. He's, a little bit decisive on how he's going to be attacking the CC. So definitely there was something that he did. So good job, Paulina.
I mean, honestly, this was just Ito making a difference, even though he didn't have the range advantage, he didn't have any advantage here. Not only did he try to split push to make sure that all members of Aesir are not present, he also went into the team fight with the SOD coming in and made all the difference. And of course, CC is going to have the greater damage here when you have a support mage as well as 2 tanky frontliners. It is going to be upon the CC to dish out most of the damage. So for now, though, it is going to be Armageddon Esports securing the second win, and this is match point for them as Aesir are in the back seat, the backs against the wall. One last opportunity. Can they secure it out is the question. This is going to be game number 2 ending in the favor of Armageddon Esports, and we will be back to you shortly after a short break, which might be the ultimate match of this season of the India Moba Cup. 20,000 diamonds on the line. After this short break, we'll know who actually gets the crown here. This has been Roods Official. Along with me has been, of course, your beautiful voice, Debbie, and we'll be seeing you soon, right after this short break. See ya.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide, cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, bots holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genj, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up, legends strike hard, legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up, legends strike hard, legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it loud. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it loud. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genj, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we roll back down. Every skill shot.
And welcome back, everybody. This is the India Moba Cup Season 1, and this is the grand finale. We're all excited to be here. And right now, Aesir is having an insane performance against Armageddon with a beautiful score of 2 and 0. Sorry, with Armageddon having a score of 2 and 0 against Aesir, and Aesir needs to pull up quick, and they have to make some changes now because Armageddon has secured match point, and they just need one more win to take home this cup. And I'm your caster Balderdu, along with the talented Spectre.
Right. Excuse um, shall-
Let them play the hero.
Your team
I will be the truth this world desperately
Um,
needs.
Yep. So we're finally back in the draft, and the game is underway with the first ban already. The Yuzong gets taken out with the shard residue. The hero is just a little too good for us to deal with, and the last thing Aesir wants to do is to give it over. Armageddon wants to do is to give it over to Aesir when they have someone who can maximize the effect
Time to
of
drop
the
the
Yuzong.
beat of the
He's also
French.
really good in the zone. But going on, we have the Matilda. Once again, Matilda, a very common ban, a standard ban with the ancestral guidance for poke, and the circling eagle, a very versatile roamer. And the joy is the next ban, with Florin being the mirrored response. Florin having a very great performance in the previous round. So yes, this is a meta hero, and this is not something you want to deal with. And surprisingly, the Yin gets banned out. And I guess this is a respect ban to SVS, who is one of the global Yin players along with Amon. So the respect ban is very much there. Or Armageddon Esports does not want to waste any more time. They don't want to take any risks in this game 3, and they want to get that game.
Your team is
And with that, J4, J444, and picks up his Kalia, one of his signature picks throughout this tournament. He has been an absolute beast on the Kalia, and we'll have to see, will they be taking their gifts to the Rome, or will they be using up as an EXP swap, because that's how versatile this hero is. And speaking about versatility, you have the Hylos that walks in onto the field with the glorious pathway, and Voisker finishes the draft with a Hilda.
break all the rules.
And I'm sorry, viewers, if you can only hear me yapping for now. Spectre is having a little internet issue, so you're just gonna hear me rapping constantly, and you'll have to deal with it. So yes, Ito on the other hand is hovering over the carry, and that is a great response to the front line that these two are picking up. And you do not want to be giving up. I think a mistake has been made by AC right now. You have exposed your EXP and your roam, and they know that you're going to be playing a frontline comp.
So everyone on their team could be going for a Valir. The carry is definitely an option that they will want to pick up. Maybe Moscow on DHS, but carry is always the safer bet. And like I said, the Valir, which was predicted, does get pick up. A massive blunder made by Aesir, and their chances of a comeback have already gotten even lower. This is not a good start to the draft, and Aesir has to bring up something with their pick that can turn this game around. The Lucas has also been taken out, but Alexa will play safe and will pick up the Vexana for herself. With that, the second phase of the draft is underway, and it is the Badang who gets taken out. And yeah, that's the last thing you want to do. You have two really decent frontliners. You're already going to be dealing with the Kalia, the Walid on his ancestral flame. He's going to be doing a lot of poke. And look at that, the spells that are being picked up. Stumper, who was on the Vengeance, who was on the Revitalize, instantly switches on to the Vengeance. Does not want to deal with all that damage. Mm. And with that, we have the second set has been completed of the draft nearly. The Van gets taken out, not wanting to give any more, kiting, because we know, Jeff is really good on what he does. You don't want to give them any more options that they get comfortable with. Armageddon Esports does want to complete this game. They want to get a stable win, but you know both teams have kind of exposed what they want to do by taking out that 1-1. It's kind of obvious that they want to go for something that is not as mobile but will be activating the ultimate of 1-1 quite easily. We might be seeing something like a Kufra instead.
Take out the two for being a possibility, though, but the Moskov getting picked on the side of Team Aesir is quite the questionable one, don't you think? Because as of right now, we have the carry on the side of Team Armageddon Esports, a good counter to both Hylos and Hilda. But the Moskov, though, I don't really think there's a possibility where he can actually start engaging without being utterly destroyed by the enemy team. Armageddon Esport would know to keep their eyes on the goal laner, and that's going to be Moskov.
Moscow, while he does have the value from the Spear of Destiny, the Spear of Destruction, it's going to take a really long time for him to activate, along with that Cecilian. So I'm really not sure what is AC planning to pick up in the early game, because if they go anything apart from a fighter jungle or a fast scaling assassin, I do not think this game is going to last longer than 10 minutes. Looking at the draft right now.
True, but in that sense, okay, they go for the Hayabusa. Surprise, surprise! I did not actually expect that. I expected the Suyu, something more tankier, something that would be able to handle more damage from the side of Team Armageddon Esports. But SBS, Izumi goes for that Hayabusa pick, and he's brandishing that new Kakashi skin.
No, man, that skin looks really cool, and we have a ninja battle over the Sakura and the Kakashi. They're gonna take. It's gonna be a showdown between them. But surprisingly, Sakura, who's famously, memed upon for not being the best, one of the weakest Kage, is the one with the score lead. Securing match point right now for his team.
Hey, we can't always be lower accurate, can we? But then again, Kakashi would be able to. No, I don't think Kakashi has any chance against that team. Team Armageddon Esports have a pickup combination that is beyond measure. To be fair, though, I say that Armageddon Esports have the advantage in this draft. But we're back in the land of Don Baldudu. How do you think it's going to play out?
Well, in terms of the early game, like if Hilda, is able to get off a few pickoffs on, the Kalia, maybe not let Ryota get that kind of positioning he wants to get. It's going to be really tough, but if they can make that happen and, let Hayabusa get a good early pickoff and, snowball, they might be able to drag this game to late. And once it goes to late game, this game could go literally anywhere because these guys have the Moscow with the Trinity and a Cecilion who stacks up forever. But there's a shit ton of CC, man, on the side of the CC, the Kalia and carry. It's not a fun game for either team right now. And with that said, both the sides just trying to get their jungle. But look at the bot side near the. Oh my god, there is a fight already ongoing, and it's gonna be Charlie Brown who gets taken. Who gets the kill already on Stumper. The Hylos will be sent back to the base as Hayabusa gets zoned away from his jungle, and that level 4 is just a little further away. And all right. And the turtle is going to be up in just a few more seconds. It is not going to be, it's not going to be, it's going to be quite tough to go for it. But look at that. The Hayabusa is trying to find that position near there, but Rota gets caught out. Will the stun land just yet? Not yet. The damage and the crowd control are not enough. The cooldowns will be the major resource to play around. A lot of skill based heroes, very little attack speed apart from that Moscow and carry, and even they need to kite around with their skill 1 and carry with the S2. And with that, the turtle has been taken. It has started. Charlie Brown popping that turtle as fast as he can, shredding it with the alpha charge. Beta is going to help him out with. Charlie Brown gets the turtle for himself. No contest coming up. Will we be seeing an invade on the blue buff?
Maybe, maybe not, because the Hayabusa is directly going there, and Team Armageddon Esports don't really have anything on their mind right now, except for maybe the Sicilian, who will be caught by Kalia and promptly use Purify to escape from that situation.
Exactly, Alexa diving, biting off a little more than she can chew this early in the match. If she does get the stack, she can be a menace, but for now she has to play passive. But right as we speak, the Hayabusa with the OG Shadow kill does get the kill. SVS puts Aesir on the scoreboard.
Hey, but did you notice Jeff actually threw the Spear of Destruction and it actually hit? I swear, if that Spear of Destruction got the kill, I would have cried tears of joy.
For real, man, like that was a good play, but on the bot side, Ito being a menace sends Stumper back to base once again. The Sanguine Claws fails to connect. We might see a pincer play coming out from the side of Armageddon Esports to get caught out. The Alpha Charge does not connect, but that does not matter as a double kill gets picked up by Charlie Brown. 2 people down from the side of Aesir, and Armageddon is just the more stronger for it.
Oh, but they do not realize that the blue buff has been invaded by Hayabusa. Kakashi has decided to make sure Alpha's farm is now in the dumps, because now he has to make sure he gets at least 2 of the enemy's buffs before he can engage for the next fight. But I think he's pretty fine as of right now. He does have 3 kills, and in another 7 kills maybe we'd see the legend skin animation completely evolving.
And I'm excited to see that happening because every time I get an alpha with the legend skin, he ends up inting really hard, man. So I would actually like to see it. Charlie Brown does unlock that ult, but not in the way of actually supporting Armageddon, because right now it's Aesir who needs that big help. But look at that, there is a dive. Voisker does dive in a little. Kalia is the one getting poked down really low. There is the ultimate from the Hilda. There is the charge from the Alpha as the glorious pathway gets used up. A lot of action on the board. The Hayabusa OG Shadow kill gets used up. The damage is not enough, but he gets the shutdown on Charlie Brown. Aesir is back. The goal lead has reduced, and the turtle has not been secured just yet.
The only team right now that could actually contest the turtle is Team Aesir. They made sure the Glorious Pathway and the Spear of Destruction connected perfectly at the right time, and Kakashi is the only jungler alive at the given moment who could take the turtle down. However, Alpha is not anywhere far behind. He is coming right back for some action in the turtle area.
And I'm really excited to see how this this Rekt battle goes, because both the junglers are really on point right now. But Chase with the set, the Kalia, the retribution will be taken by Charlie Brown. He does show to be the better jungler in just this single exchange for now, but SVS is not going to give up just yet. He's going to try to get his gold as soon as possible. But in the mid, there is a set. Kalia brings them back, but the Purify will save Jeff from being sent back to base for now.
No free tickets. Back to the base for now. Jeff is safe, and even Alexa. But look at that, Kakashi, SBS in trouble.
There might be a possible invade coming in, but Paul and Kalia, they're going in a little too deep. Ryota is not close enough for them to even replay of the set. Ito picks up the turret on the bot side. Okay,
Loses
wait, that
off.
retribution was used too early.
Definitely was. But did you notice that Charlie Brown has the better retribution? Look at the engage.
There is the engage once again, but the Sanguine Claws could have turned that game around, and Alexa feels to, capitalize on that opportunity to probably give them another, shutdown. But Charlie Brown so far doing much better. But look at that, there is the Purify, which has already been used up as Alexa gets sent back to base. Meanwhile, Hayabusa with the Shadow Kill trying to clear out those minions, and they hold on to the mid turret for now.
Mid tower tier 1 is still alive, but now that you notice, the new turtle is spawning in as soon as the next 30 seconds. What do you expect? Which team is the leading contender for the turtle fight right now? I see Jeff has enough farm. He is a threat in most given situations. He comes at the last moment. Make sure he's not. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that.
Okay, they're not going to commit onto the SOD just yet. They want to use too much up before this turtle is out. And it looks like Aesir might play for that turtle because the way they're backing off, looks like they want to capitalize on that turtle and get a really big fight for them right now.
But look at Harry's position, though. It's not the best of the best, but I think that allows Team Armageddon Esports to contest the turtle without any problems from Team Aesir. They get the turtle
Ooh,
for free.
there is
Look
the
at
set from Kalia, the Alpha charge. The Vengeance is going to be used up, but the damage is just too much. You cannot stop that kind of true damage coming in from the Beta on Alpha with carries, light wheels. That's just too much for anyone. No matter how much HP you make, you will get shredded down.
Absolutely. The only other hero that I can actually expect to survive against a carry and an alpha is Beleric, someone who actually has scaling with HP based on his passive itself.
Real man, like I guess Jeff is the one they have to play around right now because he's the only one who's not been punished enough by the side of Armageddon. There is a glorious pathway that's going to be used up defensively once again. The Vengeance gets popped a little too early. Look at the zone coming in. Another set comes in. Voisker getting pulled in back into the fight again and again. Outnumbered and helpless. And with that, Armageddon. Did Charlie just get that buff? Nah, he did not.
No,
The
no,
retribution
definitely
was
not.
good for SVS.
If at all Charlie got listening the red buff just now, I'd say everyone from Aesir would just go crazy and mark Charlie down. I would say that would be the best down scenario. Bot lane tier 2 though, Kerry gets the down and he will be pushing the bot side. Look at the gold gap. I'd be honest with you. A 6,000 gold gap in this moment of the game. It's only 9 minutes and 6,000 for the side of team Armageddon Esports, forcing Aesir to play safe, making sure that they don't make any missteps. They make no mistakes as of right now, making sure Armageddon actually have the momentum and the advantage that they have carried forward from throughout the early game. I see a possibility of maybe another engage within the next 30 seconds, Baldudu.
And the fight is the shutdown. Jeff finally gets the clutch that he needs to do. It's easy. Look at that. They're finally going to get a fight and it's working for them in their favor. This might just be what AC needs to turn this game around. They've taken down 3. Charlie Brown is the only one left. He's trying to get the Lord as soon as possible. It will be tough, but Voisker actually ends up stealing the Lord. Charlie Brown, ever dependable, loses out that retry when his team needed him the most.
Man, oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Charlie Brown, I was glazing the fact that he has an amazing retry. He had the retribution battle against the Hayabusa who was on level 9 and he was level 8 and he still won it. I was surprised that he lost the retribution battle just now, but that only puts Armageddon Esports in a bad position only for a bit because this Lord is just the first Lord of the match and I don't think it's going to be that much of a danger for Armageddon Esports. As of right now, the score is 10-7 and I don't see any possibilities of Aesir using this Lord, capitalizing on it to the fullest.
Fight is gonna go on for now. AC looks like they just might turn this game around on its head. And Ooh, the goal lead, man. It shrunk a lot, and the game looks completely different. Looking at the confidence with which they're playing around Jeff, they have to keep him as their playmaker. As long as Jeff is alive, Aesir is alive too.
That's what I was talking about. They have the front line. They also do have the late game damage in terms of Moskov and Sicilian. But that is not going to be the best case scenario because both Moskov and Sicilian are susceptible to the Kalia engage. Look at that though, another engagement. Moskov.
Oh, there is the set SVS gets the kill onto CC. The Winter Crown plays out, but Jeff is a monster. Getting another kill. The scoreboard is 3-1-5 in his favor. It is nearly a wipeout as he still walks out alive in that fight.
Jeff, that V8 engine growing room on the Bugatti Veyron. I'm going to be honest with you. Jeff is single-handedly carrying this game, and that is working out for them. Surprisingly, I did not count my tickets before this match actually begun. I actually thought the markup would be marked out pretty fast. Armageddon Esports missing out on their objectives, and also the most crucial thing, they need to make sure the damage dealers are out of the picture.
The Lord is going to be up in less than a minute. And if anyone is going to ask who is Aesir's marksman, he has to tell them, my name Jeff. That aside, he is unstoppable right now. But that is also because of the contribution coming in from that double vengeance, insanely tanky front line that Aesir is fielding. Because while they did take a beating in the early game from the Kalia, it was because of them, just being a stubborn wall that, Jeff is being able to play so aggressive. Look at that. Stumper once again stops a massive concealed play from coming in, but Kalia gets the catch. There is the true damage coming in. The Vengeance stops them and buys a lot of time as the Hayabusa gets the triple kill. Jeff gonna do the cleanup. It just might be over. It's only Charlie Brown against the world. They're gonna be taking more than half a minute to get back. Spectre, I think it might be over.
I say that the mid lane tier 3 is going to go down. If they decide to make sure they want the Nexus, they will take it. Look at Charlie Brown getting taken out. The Winter Crown has been popped. I say it's a death sentence for him. Game is over. And Team Aesir get the victory.
And with that, Aesir is not out of this game just yet. They do steal them from, while Armageddon does get match point, the game is not over just yet. This is a best of 5 and Aesir is here to play.
They seem to be playing pretty well, especially Jeff and Alexa. Both of them playing back and making sure the frontliners are the only ones taking all the damage. Wojska and Stumper doing their best. Not gonna lie, they did so much for their team. I actually didn't think this composition would work out, but in the end of the day, it did.
And dude, if you talk about Alexa on that Sicilian, while in the early game she was getting zoned out a lot from the fight, but when it mattered at the end, the Sanguine Claws, the Bat Impact, all of it was perfectly positioned, allowing Jeff to, all of them played around Jeff. Even SVS, while he had his kills with the Sky Piercer, it was all of it was just, allowing space for Jeff to play his symphony. And at this point, it looks like both of us are glazing him a little too much. So let's speak a little about the other team. Yeah, I mean, Ito had a decent performance in the early game. Kalia was actually really on point, but their damage did not scale enough.
I'd agree, but the only thing that I actually disagree with you was the fact that Kalia actually just went for the Sicilian all the time. Purify always completely negating his or her ultimate, and Kalia completely wasted most of the engages that she actually went for. But then again, the moment she started down marking the Hilda, that just went south because for her team, the tanks are not the problem. It's the backline. And Jeff and Alexa did all the carrying. SVS Izumi doing so much for his team. That completely backfired for Armageddon Esports. That idea in itself failed.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the
And welcome back, everybody. And welcome back, everybody. This is the grand finale of India Moba Cup Season 1. And this is the exciting showdown between Armageddon Esports, who have 2 points to their name, against Aesir's 1. While Armageddon has secured match point for themselves, Aesir in the previous match did show us an absolutely miraculous comeback. And they have secured the first point of the game. And this game is not done just yet. I am your caster Baldudu, along with the amazingly talented Debbie, and we will be your casters for this round.
Yep, and it's gonna be something that we have to focus on because, like Baldudu, he mentioned that Armageddon, they are already into the max point. So if they win this game, the winner, they will be crowned the winner here in this tournament, India Moba Cup here. So I think this is gonna be a very interesting to see. But right now, on to the drafting phase we go, and it's gonna be Aesir who's having the first pick, and Armageddon into the second pick, which means that they're gonna be banning out the Joy, the Yin, and the Yu Zhong, if they do not change up to that, is if they have, if they still stick to the original plan that they usually do for. But right now, Florian taken away when it was actually Aesir who used into the first round.
And look at that. In the previous game, I feel like Armageddon Esports had
Mhm.
that misconception that SPS is only going to be able to, play around that
Yeah,
Yin or
exactly.
the Amon. But when he showed us the performance on that Hayabusa, I think everybody's
Mm.
minds have been changed
Let
because
them
he
play
was
the
unstoppable,
hero.
man, in that previous
I
game.
will be the truth this world desperately
And
needs.
there we go. Still sticking to the original plan that they had, the Yuzong Gun. And one thing I'm sure is that Valdo, where you play against Acer, right? They are known to play one comfort heroes of their kind. But now that you mentioned that Hayabusa was such an amazing pick for SVS here, IGN into the semifinals, they did the really exact same pattern that Armageddon were going for. They banned out the Yin, they banned out the 1-1, they banned out the Yuzong. But Acer, they stepped out to their comfort zone. They use out the metas that's very, very important in this season, and they use it to their full potential, and they were able to take the win, which led them to these grand finals. So Armageddon, I think they should understand that they shouldn't be sticking to one hero comfort ban. So yeah, what are they gonna be banning here for the team Acer? Okay, Ito's favorite is taking away the Moskov. No lane pressure for the side of Armageddon as of now.
And yeah, the draft wise, instantly, Jeff, while he was pulling, freestyling on that Moscow, instantly takes it out. He does not want to give it over to Armageddon Esports. And yep, like you mentioned, that misconception that it's not a misconception. They do like, AC does love playing their comfort heroes, but people do forget that having a comfort hero does not mean you do not have a mastery over the other heroes. Like I have a bias to playing glue on execute, but that does not mean I can't play it on flicker. So there is that. And what do you think the third ban? Okay, we don't have to, discuss anymore. It is the yin that will still be taken out. Armageddon Esports not changing the formula of the draft just yet.
Your team is picking.
They're still sticking to it, right? But in fact, instead of the 1-1, they ban out the Joy because it's understandable. Into the semifinals, Asrias has been making his name with the Joy that he's been using. It was so perfect with a lot of damage as well, with the dive potential that he usually
Ready
always
to lead
have.
the
But
charge.
right now, a first pick is out for the side of Acer. They
Love
took
at
away the
night,
Matilda,
Your
very
team is
very
everlasting.
understandable, and a safe pick as well. But Armageddon, they want to dive, but they also want a late game security and a high ground potential into the mid lane. So this is gonna be giving them a lot of choices, but it's gonna be narrowing down the assassin jungle choices for the side of Team Acer here. When you have a healer, either it can go into the hands of JJ44 or Sultak Pool. So no assassins for now. There we go. No assassins gonna be picked away because there's a healer. It's a no-brainer. So SVS, why not go for the tanky sustain jungle? So there we go. The threading coming into play, and it's also safe, right? Because the mate is already picked up. It's the Cecilia, not the Valier.
Our cosmic blaze will never be
Okay.
extinguished.
Oh, another. Okay, marksman. They secure the marksman so early on. It's gonna be the Cloud. A lot of dive that they can have, and a lot of potential to go for the backlines. Mm, I think the lack of dive that the Virgin have is definitely made up for the
Magic is
marksman for the
my
court here into the
life.
hands of
Your
Jeff
team
here.
is
But look at
banned.
that. It's gonna be the Hellet, which has been completely ignored. Even though it's been nerfed down quite to the extent that he's not usually the most popular, he's still out there. He's not the first pick to
I am
popularity,
not
but
the only
when you
one
have
bound
seen
by
what
these
the opponents can
chains.
do, he's definitely going to be the one who's going to be having the lot of damage. He does have the 2 damage on top of that, so definitely a good choice for Ito here.
And with
Mm.
that, a good chunk of the draft is already out of the way. And
Okay. You know, the thing
but
about
how do they play around
okay.
it?
Mm. For the side of Armageddon, right? I think it's actually good for them to ban out the Phobias because a lot of dust, a lot of dust for Hades. But you want to have the dust uh nerve down. So not nerve down, I mean. So they have to pick out the ban out the phobia. It's very understandable. But for them, they need an initiator And I think Aesir also understand that there is no initiator or a damage stroker just yet because Solbak Ball onto the hill. That means that he wants to dive into the backlines. He's not made to protect the backlines of their own team. So look at that, the bands coming through. They're betting out much of the more of the fight instigator here for the side of team in Acer. Very understandable. But what will Charlie Brown go for here? Because I think he's kind of a buzzing kind. So what will he go for?
Man, I mean, like this draft is actually already getting intense. A lot of the options on the front line have already been taken out, and you know, I'm
Mm.
I'm not sure if it might work, but the glue is still very much open. It is a great option against zoning out the Fredrin. But I think Charlie Brown is kind of decided who's going EXP for his comp, or
Okay.
the Hilda is going to be a flex. But on the
Mm.
side of AC, they could still run the glue, or maybe a CC.
Feel the embrace of the
Oh,
celestial
okay. A
twilight.
crowd control, that has to be it. But they're gonna be lacking out the magic damage here. But the thing is, for Alexa onto the Aurora, I think it's really, really good that they want to have a crowd control, which the Matilda does not have. But they're gonna be surely needing voice girl onto a hero that's very, very sustainable and high utility as well. Because I do not think that they should go for the Leomord. Yeah, they need a set. They do really, really need a set because until the early part of this game, Fredrin. Okay, there we go. The Khalid is perfect choice. Perfect choice. He cannot get decimated because he does have the heal. So something that Voisker is gonna be doing here is that he needs to help the early game as much as possible because for SVS, the Fredrin doesn't have the greatest clearance. But in comparison to the Martins, he's gonna be quite lacking in bits. And Fredrin, even though he is a sustained jungle, he needs to have that mid-game power spike, even if he is the sustainer. But the thing is, they have the Matilda for the mobility, but they need the early game. So the Khalid is a safer choice. But for now, still Hilda is a flex, right? What do they go for here for Armageddon?
It is going to be tough. Like, no matter what you choose to go for, you're going to have some kind of weakness that the opponent might be able to exploit. But Ito is going to be picking up that Jawhead, swapping it over
Mm.
to Jay. And
Oh,
yes, Jawhead on the roam is what they're going to go. They're going to go for a pick-off comp.
it's quite questionable for Joanne to come online here this time around because I don't think he's the best choice because he is definitely going to be trying to pick up onto Jeff most of the time. If Jeff does not go for the purify, it's going to be a big problem for him. But then again, we cannot forget that Alexa is an anti-dive kind of mate. He have the Pride of Ice, which can help her sustain with the passive, with the flicker as well. On top of that, so JJ44, I think he's going to be very calculative. His main target is supposedly going to be Jeff onto the sprint Claude. Maybe he's just trying to not get caught out. And the thing is, if he tries to go for the sets onto the Ezekiels, I think he's gonna be waiting for Harris to farm up.
5 seconds.
And man, this game is, the entire tempo has changed with with the way this draft has gone. And
Mm,
while, Joanne, like you mentioned, is going to be going for the Claude or the Aurora, who have a lot of escape skills, they also, Joanne could also be really easily baited out by the Khalid, or,
yeah.
they can just be bailed out by Stumper on the Matilda. She can always
Mm,
bail them out after baiting Jawhead a little too deep. So I actually expected they might be going for like a brawl comp rather than a pick-off comp. Maybe something like a Khufra or a Balearic would also work here pretty decently against
pretty
the
decent.
Claude.
Yeah, that has to be it. But the thing is, for JJ44, I think he's more comfortable on the heroes that's mostly likely for pick-off. And Joehead, it's good, but oh, Charlie Brown might be in trouble.
Ooh, Voiceless does not want to back out. He goes in with that massive engage. 4 people on the top, and they get the kill. Jeff gets a double kill as a Claude in the early game. The stars are aligning in AC's favor because they have already denied the clean sweep, and now they want to reverse the comeback on their own.
Yep, definitely a good reader coming out from the side of Stumper here. He was all over those sites because he knows that Charlie Brown's pathing. He started from the blue and he does know that he's gonna be trying to go for the small crypt, green crypt onto their side as well. But look at that ejector.
Ooh, the play is coming in. The Fred is still gonna escape with a sliver of his HP. The Flicker gets baited out from the jaw head as Voisker putting in a lot of pressure on the map so far.
A lot of pressure, and this is the movement speed that Voisker is going to be having onto the Khalid. And a Khalid composition in competition with Matilda is definitely something that Armageddon are going to be choked down with, because they do not have the required amount of mobility wise. But Salt Ball is onto something. Beta the flicker for Alexa, so no flicker just yet for Mr. or Miss Alexa here onto the Aurora just yet, because the turtle is already up and JJ44 in a position trying to look for a flank, but Salt Ball also with the vision able to provide. Will they go for it?
And Alexa lurking in that bush. Paul doing in a lot of damage right now, chasing down the Matilda. Matilda is out from this fight, but Voisker is still there to act as the roamer who they need in their time. But Paul once again baits, he does manage to bait out the passive of that Aurora. He's doing 3 man's work by himself, as Charlie Brown is just going to be getting it. But the retribution, SVS does secure the retribution, doing his job as the dependable jungler. But there is a re-engage coming in from the Martis. Will the decimate land in time? He is trying really hard, but gets bailed out by the guiding wind.
Nah, man, this is a retribution. Charlie Brown is known for, but Soltakpo trying to go for a kill onto the roamer for the side of Team Aesir will not be securing that, because he does have a lot of seal stumper all over the map. But I think the retribution secured that by the Fredrin here, by SVS here is gonna be the starting point for the side of Aesir. They can maneuver all around the map with the little bit of goal lead that they have clumped up together. But the thing is, JJ44 hasn't been able to look up for the fights, because Johan is an early game hero. He's gonna be needing all the sets. He should be trying to go for the sets, but there's no insta burst for their side. They do have the martyrs, right? But he's gonna be needing to lower down the damages, lower down the HP bars of the opponent that Ejector has been knocking on to try to get the decimation right. And I do not see Sicilian farming up quite yet. And Ryota, he's gonna be needing a lot of stacks, and this is the kind of a problem that you have when you have a Johan. You need a shredder on your side and star burst, but they do not really have that yet. It's going to be necessary into the late part of this game, but so far they have to play it safe.
And dude, Debbie, look at that on the top side. There just might be some action going on. Ito is fighting for his life on top. Did not use the ult though. That's a lot of confidence coming in from him. SVS, being a menace in the mid, always lurking around Alexa, but close enough to Stumper that he can always get bailed out by the guiding wind. A really great synergy coming in with the jaw right as we speak. A beautiful flick ejector coming in. Stumper still with the guiding wind bails him out, as the frigid glacier of the Aurora is gonna stop any further advances. Paul is there in the fight. The Hilda doing it a lot of damage, gets poked out, loses a big chunk of his HP, heals back in. There is the Raging Sandstorm from the Kali. That SVS gets the retribution once again. Charlie Brown not having the best performance tonight with those retries.
It's nothing new to see Charlie Brown not securing the retribution. I can say it on them. Yeah, no. He hasn't been able to secure any kind of retribution, this guy. It's unnerving. The only time I've seen him winning retribution was, I think it was against Insane Place. That's about it, nothing more. So yeah, he needs to redeem himself this game, figure out the objective, please. But the thing is, I think it also has to do with Fredrin. SVS onto the Fredrin is like a pretty threat. Retribution is something a very, very easy to acquire, so he has to be having that lead as well. But for now, already 5 minutes, going 6 minutes into the game, 2k gold lead for the side of Team Aesir here. They're going to be trying to stack up, but if you look at the position of the Joe head, right, JJ44, he's trying to hunt onto Jeff, which he's going to be arriving anytime soon. He does not have the Purify, but I think he read out the map quite well.
And Debbie, look at that. Right now, the Jaw is trying really hard to make the plays, but he's always getting caught out in these fights. He's forced to flicker out, but he does not have it, and he will fall. the ultimate gets used up, hitting nothing for the side of Alexa right now. Jeff does use up his blazing duet, dealing in a good chunk of damage, zoning is Armageddon away from their turret. And this game 4 looks like how game 1 and 2 looked against them. It was Aesir in this position previously, but right as we speak, the Mortis, will he get the decimation? No, he does not. Paul actually as the one ends up taking the kill, as Charlie Brown will fall, sent back to the edge as Paul trying to dive and escape for his life, but Alexa is the one who's going to slow him down. And with that, the scoreboard is 5-2 in the favor of Armageddon. But right as you speak, there is an ejector play, but this does not succeed. The mecha suppression has no chance against the Appraiser's Wrath, as Jeff with his friend Claude is going to pick up the kill. And look at that, the blazing duet leaves. It leaves Ito with a sliver of a HP.
Oh my goodness, Ito ever able to survive with that pixel HP. But the thing is, this is a Claude we are talking about. He is a weaker laner. But the fact that SVS is able to secure turtles here and there and able to rotate around the map when he is known to be a slower jungler on the Brethren, I think he's doing quite well, and this means that his goal laner is gonna be having the time of the goal. But look at that set.
Oh no, Paul is getting caught out, but it just might be the trade, the guiding wind with the heal from the Khalid, and keeps both of them alive. Two insanely tanky heroes, but Rota gets the kill. The Cecilion finally online, gets his first kill with an amazing bat impact landed onto him. Ito there, trying to zone, they want to get the turret, but there's the ejector play, and finally they get their first kill, and that's gonna be a big confidence boost for the Jawhead, as he's finally gonna find his tempo after this.
Yeah, this is the thing with Jawhead, right? You have to do or die, but look at that, another one. I feel Alexa with no Pride of Ice will not be able to survive. He does have the flicker, but he cannot really flicker out into the ejector, so definitely a good trade for the side of a team Armageddon here. But if we focus onto the structure about it, I think the top lane is already chunked quite low and it's left with just one inhibitor. The fact that Armageddon was able to come out to the goal that was accumulated by the side of Team Aesir, it's kind of a good gameplay for their side. They were able to recover from what they have lost. Another ejector.
Oh no, a massive set! Jawhead! He is back in form after that previous game. He's catching all the right targets. The targets were the furthest away from the Matilda. He's learned his lesson after the first two plays. He realizes unless that Matilda is far away from, a possible guiding wind bailout, they will be as far away. They're gonna get a fool for the set. And that's what they're doing right now. On the top side, the Lord is up. The mid might be sieged, but there is a skirmish going on. Paul is going to take a lot of damage, and he's just going to walk away as if nothing happened.
That's it. But the voice girl might be caught. Oh, ejector, another one?
Oh no, a big play coming in, but there is a Frigitation that's going to turn it around. It just might be a kill as they get a shutdown onto the Jawhead, and with that, there is the fight that's still going. Rota is getting caught out way too deep. The placing duet is going to clean it out for him. There is the Zaman Force. The damage is coming in, but Voiska zoning them out. Alexa really low, but she still has a passive. Charlie Brown trying to go for the play, but they're not going to get it. And with that, the fight is still in the favor of massive Appraiser's Wrath, pushing them away, dissuading them from putting in any more pressure onto Aesir, as they finally do win this Lord control for themselves. For now, the Retribution still with SVS, and he's not messed up even once. Charlie Brown, is he gonna perform the miracle? Dives in, the Decimate connects! He gets the kill, but he gets caught out instead. It is a trade, jungler for jungler. The fight is still going. Jawhead does go in with his ultimate, but the ejector does not get used. Interesting decision by him, because no matter who he threw towards Rota would actually end up getting killed instead. Voiska would poke him down, Stumper would zone, but as you speak, there is that thing. Voiska does get caught out with the ejector play, and nothing comes out of it. Wow, man.
They were able to stop the Lord fight. I thought it was actually gonna be going for Team Acer here, the Lord. Definitely for them, but unfortunate. But they did lose out Charlie Brown, so Armageddon, they weren't able to start it for their side as well. But if you focus onto the minions, actually a slow push for the side of Team Acer into the bot lane, they have to ensure for this, because if they do not clear out onto the bot lane, they're gonna be losing out onto their inhibitor here. But the Lord is much more of a prior. So I think Armageddon, they are not trying to go down, send someone down to the bot lane because they are just trying to wait on it. But if you look at the builds, right? Cecilian, he only
Oh,
another one. Oh, look at
there
that.
is the play. Jawhead gets caught out. He is going in too deep. Half the threat of the Jawhead, and as you speak, the Raging Sandstorm. There is the threat. SVS gets the double kill for himself. Charlie Brown trying to get some damage, but he's going to get zoned out from that Lord. Once again, this is not a fun experience for them. Paul getting CC'd, knocked up, taunted, slowed, and again poked. I mean, like it feels like they're playing Hilda against the Hilda at this point. Like Paul is getting the Hilda treatment instead. Ito, is he going in a little too deep? Does manage to clear out the mid lane for now. Debbie, what does Armageddon need to turn this game around?
I think the fact that they weren't able to have the opening, because they do have the damage. The Harriets, if they already gotten the Holy Crystal, is gonna be needing the Divine Glaive this time around because they're so chunky. But the fact that they also have opening is gonna be the problem. So the Bull able to dive in, but the flicker play coming on by Alexa has to stop it down. But look at Ito, he might be in trouble. J4, look at that.
Oh, Ito gets zoned out, but J4 once again, Flicker gets baited and he falls. He is too squishy to be taking that much magic damage. And yeah, they don't have much in the name of, he doesn't have much in the name of HP right now. It's just an antique. And as we speak, Rota getting zoned out really deep, gets a lot of poke from the side of, SVS. SVS doing a really great job. They finally get the outer turret, the first outer turret on the mid lane. They want the second one, but Cecilion will hold the Bastion strong for now.
Mm. And the fact that if we focus onto the goal laners, because we need to focus onto the goal laner because they are the win conditions for them. But the thing is that 1k goal lead into the hands of the Claude is gonna be giving him a much more chance to build out the equipments as well. Because this time around, even though the Harriet's got the Holy Crystal, he's gonna be needing the Divine Glaive to be able to become the shredder that the team needs. Meanwhile, for the Claude, he's already melting down JJ4 for onto the Joe head, which means that he already gotten the Malefic gun as well with the range and the penetration on top of that, and the shredding potential that he gets with the Demon Hunter Sword. So it's a good start for them, but the Yota here might be in trouble.
Oh no, Voicecore doesn't too deep, but J4 is the one who ends up paying the price. He cannot sustain like them. Ito will fall. Rota will fall. Charlie Brown is the only one. The Appraiser's Wrath will lay heavy on the crown as the Jawhead is also down. It is just Paul and Charlie against the world.
Paul and Charlie.
SVS sacrificed his life to get the kill on Charlie, but he was not successful. I think they should be able to, defend the inhibitor because
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, we're back in action. Yeah, they did manage to defend the inhibitor. I thought the game ended for a second, man. Okay. Yep, we're back. The Lord is up in the next 10 seconds. Debbie, what does John need to make this right?
The thing is, it's actually quite hard because I've been disliking the Joehead since the first pick because it's not really a set. He is a set, but he does not have the Shredder into the mid lane, which means that he's not going to be having all the Ezekiel plays coming in for beneficial for them, and we can see how much of a unusable factor it has been because Ryota is onto the sustain and is going to be needing the late game. But I think the fact that he does not have the sustain, whenever he tries to go for the unstoppable force, he's getting melted out. That has to be the problem. So I think he's gonna be needing another equipment that can sustain him. But there will be a fight. Look at that Ito taken down.
Oh no, Ito does not. Bro, Ito is never getting a chance to actually contribute in this fight. He always gets picked off first along with that Jawhead. And as we speak, Charlie finally gets a kill, but it's just him. Once again, it's one man against the world. It's 4 people, a huge minion wave, a very healthy minion wave in fact, another one marching in from the bot. The nearest person, 20 seconds away. Charlie has to pull off a miracle, but he's gonna lose his HP before this game even begins, and it looks like this might spell the end, and we might be going into game 5. Folks, we have a tiebreaker in our hands.
Oh, they do not have the minions.
I take my words back. They did get picked. Charlie, give me the
Sorry.
minions. What the hell?
Oh my
Why did AC
god.
let that happen? How did
Mm.
AC let that happen? That was 4 minions and one Martis.
He was able to claw it out, but the thing is, they still have a chance for Asia. The
True.
inhibitors mid lane taken away. I think the problem for every team is that if they lose out the mid lane tower, it's the worst case scenario because the Lord marching down to the mid lane is harder to handle than the Lord marching into the top onto the or onto the bot lane. So the Lord against Madara here actually will be marching down to the mid lane for the side of Team Asia. So no big card control or AoEs for the side of Armageddon will be their downfall as of now. The only thing that they can do here is if the JJ44 gets the Unstoppable Force and the Ejector onto the Clot, onto Jeff here, it will be, the turning point for them. But how will he do it? He have the BMI and right now he's built out the ice, also the Winter Crown that's gonna be immuning everything.
Ooh, the Lord is marching. They do manage to kite it out. A beautiful raging sandstorm connects onto two, but there is Ito able to use the purifier out. He's the Zaman forces there. There's the ejector play. Unstoppable force does not connect. Jawhead is going to get forced out. Pops up the Winter Crown. With that Lord is going to be defended, but there's still 3 waves of minions marching in. Ryota popped out really low, but so are the members of AC. The immortality gets popped out from the side. There's the shutdown on Alexa as Paul is going to play the re-engage. Oh my god, Jeff gets caught out really low. He does get the heal from the Matilda, and they're forced to back off once again. Armageddon will live to fight another day.
That was really, really, really close. And the fact that JJ44 went for the Khalid to knock back, I think he's just trying to buy time and it was able to drag the Lord into the perfect position where it does not hit the base. So the base is completely healthy for now. Okay, Sky Piercer onto the hands of Mr. Charlie Brown here. 11 stacks, which means he got 1 kill after he died and died again. But the fact that he still went for the Sky Piercer when he is this behind is something that is commendable. But we cannot forget that he is a Mortis. He's gonna be needing this Sky Piercer. It's like a built-in Sky Piercer for him as well. So decimation is required. So he needs to have the kill pressure. And this time around, right? It's already marking the 18th minute of this game, which means that I think we need to see the sticks of Ryota here under the Sicilian. He's got the lot
Definitely.
now. Okay, 379.
Ooh, and he got the
Oh,
Winter Crown. He can actually
Winter
sell.
Crown. Yeah.
But he hasn't finished his clock. That's why he's been
No, you
falling
don't
so
need.
easily.
I think you
But
don't need the clock when you have Winter Crown.
ooh, there
Okay,
is a fight
right.
once again. Ryota is doing a massive amount of damage right now. He does get frozen out from Alexa, but there it is. The poke coming in. Charlie Brown does not use up his decimation just yet. He's still holding on to it. Zaman Force getting popped out. Charlie Brown still does not use his ult, and instead the Blazing Duet is going to be taking them out. Ito is might get caught out. He is really low, and it's just Ryota against the world. 5 minion waves, another minion wave from his defensive. He's going to try to then support him, but it is over. It is a wipeout. They have 1 minion, and the ages will fall along with the dreams of the cup is not done just yet. Aesir have risen from the dead from a score deficit of 2 to turn this game into a tiebreaker. Folks, we have a game 5 at hand.
We have game 5 definitely. Yeah, Armageddon, they do not want us.
Man.
They do not. They just want to drag the game, right? It's kind of a reverse switch, almost a reverse switch. We're gonna be seeing 2-2 into the score. What a great performance coming out from Mr. Jeff here onto the cloud. He's got 37% damage onto a cloud. This is very commendable. Winning out into the laning phase as well, not losing out to the minions though. It's really hard to lane against a Harris, and he was able to not lose out to the minions. This is something very impeccable, and a goal laner should be doing. And when he comes online and rotating out onto the rotations team fight, he was able to shred down any member for the side of Team Armageddon. And Armageddon, I do not think they should pick out the Joe head when they have a Cecilian into the mid lane because they're going to be needing an instant shredder. If they had any hero into the goal lane side, right? It could have been the carry, it could have been Beatrix even, it could have worked. It could have worked. That's why it could work. But they really needed a heavy crowd control. Even the Tiger would have worked. But the thing is, Armageddon, I think they need to work out onto their draft as well, because they have been known to be the best drafter in Lamka, if you know the place. But now this time around, I think they should regain their title here. But Acer, I think they are so amazing. They put their one trick name to their advantage, and teams are falling for it.
And right now, I mean, I didn't, a lot of like we've covered how well Jeff performed, but the amount of effort that Voiceplayer has put in this match, he is the reason Ito was not able to really free farm on
Yeah.
the comp that Aesir was running, because Harith can absolutely melt all of these people 1v1. But if we go on against these guys, with how well those Raging Sandstorm was placed, with how well Jeff timed those blazing duets, he was never getting CC'd or interrupted by the Jawhead even once, despite not
Mm,
having a Purify. So yeah,
yep.
the Jawhead, if it was replaced with a Belirik, we would, or any other, like a hard tank,
Mm,
we would see a
yeah.
very different result over here. And
Mhm.
another thing would probably be like how the Martis perform, because when he realized he's not getting kills from the start, because Martis snowballs, he's a snowball hero. He could have
Yeah.
prioritized going for tank items. So, these kind of small mistakes, they don't seem like much, but they're the reason we're having a tiebreaker match instead of already celebrating Armageddon's win.
Possibly. Okay. Right now, I think the team's gonna be needing a breather here, because we're gonna be going match number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Before that, let us take a short break, and we will be coming back for the last and final cinematic showdown.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here we come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up, legends strike hard, legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here we come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up, legends strike hard, legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take them all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here we come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mid's under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just a final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry.